everyone. Let us do this again. So again, I am Elise Ambriz. I am a software engineering senior graduating this December. So my academic journey began at Washtenaw Technical Middle College, where I was able to get my associates in general studies and math and natural sciences from Washtenaw Community College, while also getting my high school diploma. Here, I was also able to work as a peer English tutor at their writing center, where I could help students with formatting essays, grammar, emails, resumes, all sorts of things, as well as help in the computer lab, and be sure to foster a community of growth and not just make sure that their technical content was correct. I was active in many clubs at Washtenaw, one such being the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. And when it came time to graduate, May 2020, COVID had struck, classes were online, and that's where I finished my high school diploma and my associates. I transferred to the University of Michigan-Dearborn in the fall semester of 2020, and I was a bit nervous to do so because everything was online. I didn't know any of my teachers, I didn't know any of my peers, I didn't know if the university setting was going to be that different from the community college setting that I was used to, where I was also had a lot of supports in place since the high school program understood that community college can be overwhelming as a high schooler. But through frequent communication with my teachers, I was able to succeed and even thrive in the online environment. Half of my time at UMD was remote, but I made sure to make the most of it. I worked as a supplemental instruction leader where I supported a college algebra course. I would attend the class, do activities in class with students, and then structure lesson plans for study groups that I would hold outside of the class, in person as well as virtually. I also worked in the supplemental instruction area in their back end, where I managed an employee management system, where we would record hours, and I helped make a plan for the refactoring of that program, since it ended up getting a bunch of bugs as the organization grew and we had more participants or employees than the system could handle. I also assisted in research. I would image tag thermal images of faces, identifying different facial structures so that I could assist the software in recognizing those overall. And I also worked with Dr. Bruce Maxim to re-record old lecture material, bringing them up to current software standards as well as updated, because they were quite old. Through the Talent Gateway, I was able to reflect on experiences, so why they happened, the effects, and how I could prevent them from happening in the future, or ensure that they happen in the future. This came in handy, especially for my senior design project. I had been in many groups throughout my time at the university. Some were successful, while others left a large burden of extra work on myself. With senior design being the culmination of the entire program, I was determined to be sure that it was successful. I joined the Talent Gateway fall 2020, right when I started, doing challenges here and there, but I didn't really get serious about it until this summer when I realized, if I want to get this, I need to pick up the pace. I need to do this now. So I would have a set number of challenges that I would complete each week, going as far as to specify which challenges I would complete when, as some of them are time-bound, but you complete them at the end of the semester. And these would have me reflect on my experiences that I could then put into practice in my senior design course. So through the Talent Gateway, I looked for commonalities between my projects and experiences, and made plans up front in my courses for how to make sure that the successful experiences I had in groups happened again, and the not so successful would be avoided. One such way was one of the Talent Gateway competencies is communication. So for our group, we were sure to have a Discord channel that had a whole organization of communication. So we'd have general meetings, as well as source control tabs, so that we could properly communicate and not lose data. And all of this has led me to be recognized as one of the College of Engineering and Computer Science Dean's Medallions coming this December, as well as award me a systems engineering position at Denso coming next year. And eventually I would like to pursue my master's, but I want to have more of a feel in industry before I decide what I'm going to specialize in. Thank you.